Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
One of the things that went viral last week was a kiss cam video at a Coldplay concert, and it was very funny, and even funnier when you know some of the background, which we'll give you here in a second. But let's watch this video first.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
There you go. So for folks who are just listening on audio or you're listening to us on the radio, that was the CEO of a tech company or something, astronomer, and his head of HR, both of whom are married. And the person who was standing next to them was like the deputy head of HR, who was at this concert with the two who were having some sort of affair. They were in a very obviously not platonic embrace, the CEO and the head of HR. And so a lot of people have been clowning on them. The CEO put out a statement condemning the kiss cam guy. Which was very funny. He was like, "Oh, it's an invasion of privacy, and to have this violation without my consent or whatever." And there's been some talk about, like, oh, this is like the kind of surveillance state that we live in, indicative of that kind of thing. And getting caught doing an affair on a kiss cam at a concert feels not like a surveillance state. It feels like a throwback to 1990 to me. Like that feels like a very old sort of I got caught cheating story, rather than this kind of dystopia sort of thing. And so I haven't really bought into some of the hyperventilating about it. But we're a union radio program, and we tell you all the time not to trust HR. This is just one more reason not to trust HR, which is not to say that, this is happening at most companies. It's not happening at most companies, and there are no doubt situations where, even the union steward and management, there are things happening there that shouldn't be, that are inappropriate. But, like organizationally, HR is set up for the benefit of the company. HR works for the company. So just generally, you shouldn't trust HR. This is just another reason not to. But Adam, I don't know. Do you have any more thoughts about like just materially and structurally why people should not trust HR?
Well, I just think it's so funny because it really is a metaphor for how that relationship works in practice, right? HR is the boss's right-hand man or right-hand woman, and, they work for the boss. So the boss tells you to go to HR with issues and problems and concerns and questions. They may even say they have an open door and invite you to give such feedback. But you have to be incredibly careful what you say about yourself or others in front of human resources. I think because part of their job, part of why they exist, is to document you and terminate you.
Right.
I mean, that is one of the most important functions of the human resources department. And you have to be incredibly careful. I know in my time, as a field rep for a lot of employees, we had a lot of problems dealing with the human resources director and the department broadly. But, it can make or break a relationship between the union and the company as well. Like, I think it's important, obviously, for unions to try to have good working relationships with human resources, like where that's possible. But, we can't ever get it twisted. Like, if you're a worker, you can't trust HR. You just can't trust HR. and you need to be very careful. If you go to HR, it's because it's literally just like the logical step, and you've analyzed the situation, and there's just no way around it. You have to go to HR for something, right? Sometimes you have to, and that's acknowledged, and that's part of the structure of the company or organization a lot of times. But yeah, you just have to be very mindful of that, because they do not work for you. They work for the boss, for the company. And part of that job is to discipline you, should they want to, or have evidence to, or are they directed to, right? Yep. So, yeah, it's crazy, but yeah, the metaphor of that, though, I just love the visual. It's very, very great.
Yes. You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.